Z Dollar, what the fuck going on? We inside, we outside, we everywhere. Random. What's popping, y'all? How you, man? What's going on, man? Had to do laundry, the usual. Wow, I already told folk I was gonna try to, push it from the usual 10 to maybe 11 or 12ish. I might even go further to 1, 2 and test out, see, you know what I mean? But what up? I'm gonna let everybody come in. We're gonna do what we gotta do. We're gonna talk hours, man. What's popping, everybody? Hope everybody blessed. Stay safe, count your blessings, you know what I mean? And stack that paper, man. However, whenever you can. You're ready. Take my hits of the Elsky. I gotta roll a new one anyway. What's poppin', man? How you? What's going on here? Say dollar, say dollar. You already know, man. Blessed day, happy as hell. You know what I mean? Did my breakfast tang, McDonald's, bacon, egg, and yo! ¿Cómo está, primo? Wepa, Boricua on the crib, man. What's poppin', man? Yo, what's going on, Cruz? How you doing, Cheeseburger? Hope everybody blessed. Stay blessed. You already see you see the push-up game. You know what I mean? Working a little bit. What's poppin', Cheeseburger? How you, man? Hold this hug, man. ¿Cómo está, Cruz? Garcia, ¿cómo está, primo? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We're gonna talk about game one of the Spurs. Shit went triple overtime, man. And how I feel like the Drake HOV Jay Z beef is in preparation of his rollout, holds. A lot of folk think that these cats be really beefing. They know each other. Money begets money. You understand? So they know how to make money. What's popping, LD? You back, baby? How you doing, man? But what's up, Cruz? Welcome to the building. Yo, yo, yo. I hope you doing good, man. Stay blessed, everybody. Good looking for the thumbs up already. You already, man. But how's everybody doing? We good? I'm gonna light this Elsky, and then we're gonna talk about it. Wemby doing his thing. Wembyana. And Spurs took game one over OKC, man. That was a crazy one. Triple overtime, man. The last time that was done, they said it was back with the Spurs. Crazy, crazy work. But what's popping, everybody? Hope everybody doing good. Yo, Cheeseburger, how's the audio, pa? Everybody, let me know the audio's good. Stay blessed, LD. You too, pa. Welcome back, man. How you doing, man? Hope everybody in the fan bam is good, man. What's up, everybody? We got the crowd now, nigga. What up? What up, everybody? Good audio, good looking, Cheeseburger. Yeah, the audio's good. I appreciate you guys. Talk to me. What y'all want to talk about, man? Whatever you guys want to discuss, man. How you guys like the Drake album? Talk to me. 3 albums, multiple songs. I think they were good. I think they were above decent. I feel like hip hop is back a little bit because we're in discussion of it anyway. A lot of folk drop albums. ASAP, a lot of rap. Kanye West, Bully. We wasn't talking about it how we talking about Drake's joint. You know what I mean? But what up, everybody? Ricky Spanish, my favorite Aiden, man. How you doing, Bob? Nah, man, I do what I want, man. That's the beautiful thing about being yourself. You can do whatever you want, man. And I already told my audience I put this on just to get the trolls out the way early. Because if you're more in tune of what I'm wearing, then you're not. This is the wrong place for you. We're here to talk and dialogue and be positive amongst each other. And wepa boricua, tú sabes. Mi gente da ta 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 ta. Yeah, AJ, I appreciate you, Bob. I appreciate all of you guys. Like I said, we're gonna finish this out and then we're gonna get to talking. What up, Cheeseburger? That's a fact, man. You already know the side side. Whoa, that's a sensitive topic, man. I'm gonna say yankety ding, cause like yeah, yo, you already, man. Tyrone, what up, man? Welcome back, Tyrone. What's poppin', man? AJ, Tyrone, Ogre, Ricky, AJ, yeah, man. Who's my other people's? LD, Lloyd. You know what I mean? Let the trolls come in, man. I chose a weird time. So if you don't know, I come in a little earlier and it avoids a lot of the trolls. I guess a lot of you kids are on lunch break or something. So let it come, man. I'm here for it. Thick skin all day, every day, man. To infinity and beyond, nigga. Yo, you good, Zay? Yo, the motherfuckers that be too cool, fronting like they don't know, like Toy Story. Like there's certain I feel like there's certain cultural movies or songs that everybody knows. So stop trying to be the hardest nigga. You know what I mean? You know those people. You be like exactly like that to infinity, and nigga, what? What you talking about? Meanwhile, I've seen it 8 times in the crib. You heard? Toy Story is a classic. Trust me. Remember that started the whole Pixar movement a little bit. Toy Story. Then after that followed, Monsters Inc. and all them other joints. But Toy Story was like front line. Are you Puerto Rican, man? Puerto Rican, man. Born and raised in East New York, Brooklyn, New York. And I moved to downtown Carroll Gardens, which is a better place. I don't want to act like I'm, with this hood booger. My mother moved me out. We got better. You know what I mean? My stepfather was a lawyer. He did his thing. I call him my dad because that's love is love. And now I'm in California, man, with my wife, beautiful, and we here, we outside, man. You heard? We outside, yo. That's crazy. Cheeseburger, good looking, good looking. Reach for the sky, LD. That's what you got to do. I appreciate you guys for real. They got a new one coming out, Toy Story 5. I'm in the theaters for that one. Yo, guess what I saw, y'all? Mortal Kombat 2. Can we talk about it? So if you don't know, Mortal Kombat was another cultural classic, meaning it was involved with us, right? As you could see kids grow with the game. You know what I'm saying? So when I was younger, and remember, this is when um we didn't have internet. So a lot of the fatalities and move sets were passed verbally. Like, yo, 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 how'd you do that, man? Oh, left back to, you know what I'm saying? So when you got to do it on some, remember, you had to win the match, then you could do that. A lot of folk were just so into like doing the fatality that they, got their ass kicked. But yo, Mortal Kombat, man. So I went to go see Mortal Kombat 2 on Sunday. Dope ass movie. They brought Noob Saibot. If you don't know, that's Boone Tobias, their names flipped. You know what I mean? And it's dope. I love, you know what I mean? Like I said, when you think about cultural movements, Mortal Kombat was with us. You heard? You could talk about, all about the Benjamins. Get over here was right around the corner. But what up, folks? How y'all doing, Tyrone, man? I hope everybody's good. Everybody stay blessed, man. These times are wicked, aren't they, right? Gas prices are through the roof. These stores aren't playing. Like it feels like you would think humanity would set in and stores would be like, look, we understand. Yo, we're gonna lower the prices. Insurance, low, like none of them are trying to be nice. They raising subscription for PlayStation. I heard they got a subscription in an apartment complex to open up your door. You have to pay 85 a month to open up your door that you're paying rent for. Insane, man. It's insane. You know what I mean? But what up, everybody? How y'all doing, man? Everybody good? We got the thumbs up. We flowing. I already appreciate everybody right now, man. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, man, Mortal Kombat 2, dope ass fight scenes. I'm just gonna say Shao Kahn was in it, dope. And they actually, like I said, they hold to the game, meaning like the characters are who they are in the game. You know what I mean? And if you don't know why I keep referencing the game, is because obviously it is from a game. And the second thing is if you beat the game, a lot of times they would give you like a little thing of the character, right? Even in Mortal Kombat 1 for Genesis, they gave you like this is where he's from, the clans, how Scorpion and Sub-Zero used to hate each other, right? They used to bang. That's wild. Like that clan shit is like the GDBDs, right? Or Crip Bloods, because forever they be warring. But yo, man, what's popping, everybody? I apologize about the time in awards. Had to do my laundry and get that over with. We're gonna take off the shiesty soon, so everybody, we'll be right. Tucking the Drew Wild Santana. Yo, Tyrone, cheeseburger. Look what I caught, man. It's a scorpion inside of a. This thing glows in the dark, but it reminds me of that, in Jurassic Park, the guys came. But what up, y'all? When I grow up, I want to be just like you, big homie. That's what's up, Harry. You know what I mean? You have elegant words, man. Like to write that to another human just shows where you are in life. You heard? Like it's just an ugly place, man. But hopefully my mods will get in here and get you out of here. But it is what it is. It's just words. Shit, sticks and stones will break my bones. But words will never hurt me. Goofy. My man thought he had one too. When I go up, you know how many trolls write the same joint? Like you guys aren't even creative, my niggas. Yo, Be creative, man. Talk about my nose. Talk about like I don't know my teeth or something. Nigga says the same thing. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. Gay used to mean happy back in the days. That's the flip on y'all little niggas. First of all, learn how to read. Then we could combat and in wordplay. You heard? I'm not upset. Yo, you know what's weird? I literally was just laughing and bugging out, and this is your response. Yo, you know what you guys do? Calm down. Yo, you wildin', Zay. And I'm over here. Yo, I'm on my balcony, nigga. There's only so much wildness I can do on here, you heard? But I appreciate you, man, for coming in, wasting your time to chill with me. Thank you. You are very, very gay. Thank you, sir. I dig you, man. I dig it. You know what I mean? I am a handsome fella. You know, used to rock out at Coachella. Y'all understand? One of my favorite movies is Goodfellas. Put you in the trunk, body slim. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody. Poquito, yo hablo español. You know what I mean? Um, Mira, cuando gente está hablando, yo entiende 100%, tú sabes. Pero when it comes to me, you know what I mean? I'm one of them broken English, real, Puerto Rican New Yorkers, you know what I'm saying? It's sad because, Spanish is a beautiful language, man, from Mexicans, Peruvians, Donatello, man, fucking Michelangelo. But yeah, man, I'm Puerto Rican, man, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, but Aguadilla, if you want to know, in Puerto Rico, that's where my fan bam is based. We still take baths in a bathtub in the middle of the jungle. You have to pour hot water in it. It's bugged out. We have an outhouse to use, you know what I mean? It's one of those, you know what I mean? But it's beautiful. Puerto Rico is a beautiful island, you know what I mean? Even though they have a wild epidemic happening over there, if you don't know. But yeah, man. Yeah, I do. I do. I still got family in Puerto Rico. We got a crib out there. No doubt, Kobe. I feel you, man. You had to put a little sazon on that one, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, I still got the family out there. It's like I said, it's a beautiful island. If you don't know, they got a forest that has, monkeys, toucan Sands. Our let's say our mascot is the coqui, which is a frog, and the reason why we call it's the coqui because it cookie. Um, don't forget the adobo with the sazon, my nigga. You already, man. Yeah, Puerto Rico, yo, Tyrone, man. People need to understand, yo. Jake Paul, the Logan niggas is over there, right? Bad Bunny's over there. So there's sections, just like any other island, but the most beautiful part is it's a commonwealth. So it's protected by America. So anything goes down, that's why Puerto Rico, every time you see the news, it's Cuba, Colombia, Haiti, Jamaica dealing with a lot of these issues, right? And Puerto Rico just, we knew you know what I mean? I guess whatever you say about whatever happened, you know what I'm saying? But we're Commonwealth. Shout out Spanish Harlem and Bushwick, you heard? That's a fact, man. And people need to know that that's one of the most beautifulest things about America is, there's a Chinatown, there's a, Genovese where the Italianos are, right? They got their, their little parade every year by whatever. I keep forgetting that street. But long story short, um, every state has a Chinatown. Every place has like a community where the Jewish may reside, or IDBs have their mosque, and so I like how America lets you integrate, use our money. You know what I mean? As long as you're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? And that's what's up, Tyrone. Stay Puerto Rican, man. stay, you King Vaughn. You heard? We got to walk the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I know, man. Yo, so I remember I was about 8, 9 years old, and my mother knew like one of the cops and shit. So we were able to have, where people are sitting. That was us, man. We were sitting down watching this beautiful, beautiful parade from Ponce, Aguadilla, Goya products, San Juan, Old San Juan, Mark Anthony, J Lo, Fat Joe. So, the Puerto Rican heritage is dope as hell. You know what I mean? If you look into it and not, don't be biased, you know what I mean? You never know what another culture could offer, you know what I'm saying? or what you could learn from it. But it's a beautiful. Bacardi comes from there. Bacardi 151, Bacardi Superior, Limon. You know what I mean? Mark Anthony is that guy. Remember, he the one that you may see, Ben Affleck back and forth with J Lo, but it was Mark Anthony that gave her the wah, wah, you know what I'm saying? She wanted her baby's puertorriqueño, papi. You know what I mean? And shout out to you know what I mean, Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl. That was pretty dope. You know what I mean? And folks don't understand how Puerto Ricans really are. Like we're Latino, meaning you saw at the end of his joint, he had Spaniard flags, he had Colombian, Cubano, Dominicano, tú sabes, Mexicano, todo gente con las cosas así, and we all know how to play dominoes. You know what I mean? So, there's a lot of cool things that I feel like the Puerto Rican culture, gave. But what up, folk? How everybody doing, man? We chilling? You know what I mean? Sometimes I make folk laugh, you know what I mean? I'm a buggy dude, ain't I, Cheeseburger? I'm a weirdo, right? Sometimes. Like, folk don't like to be called that no more. Like, yo, you's a weird, like, you weird, like, the way you think, the way you maneuver, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. But I wear mine, right? Like I'm like a Takashi 6ix9ine when it comes to weirdo shit, right? Like I wear mine. I don't care, man. I know I'm not a gangster. I don't play that. I don't, what I'm saying? That's young Zay played in that field at 44. I'm a retiree, you know what I'm saying? Soldier, hanging up the flag ethos. But yeah, man, I'm chilling, man. I love life. Like I said, Mortal Kombat 2 was fire. Go listen to them Drake albums, all three of them, Habibi, uh, the Honor one, and Iceman. Yeah, cheeseburger. It is what it is, right? And me, I'm like, it's almost like the mafia. Like the mafia didn't let nobody that was an Italiano or nobody that didn't come from the street, right? Or that cloth. So, when it comes to street gangs, they let in anybody that's willing to participate, I feel like, right? Except for certain Latino ones, MS-13 or, Latin Kings, certain sets won't, let certain coaches in, right? Even the what's that? The white boy joints, right? Like they only let what you know what I'm saying? No other, but yeah, man. Like they let them in that gang, even though they smashed your baby moms, even though they robbed you, even though you were supposed to honor the code. But then the flip side is they did smash his baby moms. They did rob him and almost kill him. They was, extorting him. So, you know what I mean? It's almost like hold this L too. And the fact that he's still getting to the paper, I'm actually happy for that. Because he said, I don't know if you guys saw it, but he was doing this thing against Gucci Mane, right? After Gucci did the whole Pooh Shiesty, whatever. I guess he snitched too. But long story short, um, Takashi 6ix9ine is like, y'all took food out my mother's mouth. That was the bigger picture. It wasn't about the songs or playing, trolling or whatever. It was that you guys literally blacklisted me so I couldn't do shows. I couldn't get bread like that. And then he was the first one to point out that a lot of folks were buying bots and buying sales so their album could go one. You know what I mean? So there's a lot that Takashi was doing that uh, from from the music side didn't like him, and from the business side they didn't like him, right? Because he was just talking his shit. You know what I mean? Nah, man, yo, cheeseburger. I seen him shooting a video, man, because I was in the streets like that, right? So we drove by, my man, and I'm like, oh shit, who this? And at the time he was buzzing, Gumbo, Billy, he did the joint with a boogie, you know what I'm saying? So Takashi, and if you look up Takashi 6ix9ine, he did songs with Gunna, Thug, um, a lot of artists, B, you know what I'm saying? Before the whole, shenanigans, but Kodak Black, Trippy Red, but I feel like that like when it comes to the rap game, a lot of times they do make it racist. Like it's really, it should be Like you see what Post Malone or MGK or Eminem, like white artists go through, right? Just imagine a Puerto Rican. That's why you rarely see Boricuas. We have Fat Joe, Big Pun, rest in peace, Ricky Martin, Mark Anthony. Those ain't even rappers, but you know what I mean. But then you find out Kevin Gates is Puerto Rican. Ooh, that's kind of dope. So there's a lot of cool Puerto Ricans in the game that when you do your due diligence. But I hate to make it like that. That's why I think music, it should be music. What up though? What up, Black? I need one of my moditos in the building. What up? Yeah, what's good, one? What's popping, everybody? Now we popping. Yo, Black, I'm talking about the rap game, and of course Takashi 69 is a rat, right? Like, you know, you can even crown him. But what I didn't like was the blacklisting, because if you really want to be serious, a lot of folk were snitching. A lot of folk, you know, you know how many times there was like probably like a speeding joint, and then a rapper probably flapping his mouth, yo, 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 my man's that's my man's weed already, right? Like talking, what up, Frank? What's popping, everybody? My joint popping right now. What up? What's going on, Juan? 6ix9ine is near me. He got a house somewhere in Florida. Cheeseburger, I think, honestly, I like the fact that he's getting paper, man. I like the fact, I don't like when people do that to people. Like, dislike me, but don't stop me from getting money. You could hate me, but don't tell the club promoter not to hire me, right? It it gets a little personal. And that's what I think the difference between music back then and now is it's too personal. People are really dying over music. Yo, Jay-Z said I left condoms on your baby seat, homie. Nas should have took the AK and shot his face away, man. I like you too, Tyrone. Wamby MVP. Yo, one. I want the Knicks to win though. Wamby, yo, please. Josh Hart. Wemby's little legs. Snap, nigga, please. Let me stop. Cheeseburger. Honestly, I think I would. Like if I was in the game, man, and niggas is doing me dirty, and then my name is out there because the hate. Your name gets out there because of hate usually. You understand? So I'm gonna just be honest, man. I don't like when people are like, I would never though. Yo, you telling me you gonna give me 20 years? Yo, check this out. There's a thing called conspiracy, right? And I got caught up. It's an old case, right? They caught me shaking hands with somebody, right? My man's did time for that. Shaking hands with the the plug and shit. That's called conspiracy, man. So they came to my crib, you know, luckily I said my dad was a lawyer. They were like, yo, whatever my name is, right? They were like, yo, yo, yo. They came to my crib. And then my dad, three of them, these are feds, man. These ain't like the blue, federales came, big white, big dudes. My dad was like, "Yo, here's my card. We'll meet you at the station and we'll talk." So that just was just like, luckily, my pops was a lawyer, man. Because, but what up, y'all? What up, Hashana? What's going on, man? Yeah, man. But I don't like the fact that people could be like, look, I'm a regular citizen, man. If I see somebody murder a lady or a kid, I might. Yo, a lot of times people are murdering for no reason. There's no reason besides maybe you born on a block. Like that's not fair that the JJ I came out of was on this block. That's my fault. But like damn, it's just weird, man. But I'm just being honest, man. If you know what I mean, something came up and it was like, yo, they throwing dirt on your name, and yo, maybe I don't know, man. Maybe I got a name for you. Let me stop. But luckily, I'm not doing nothing, right? Luckily, that's why I say when folk be like, yo, you gangster? No, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't be gangster. That shit is corny, man. Because they abide by the rules when they want to. When you're in jail, nobody paying for your kid. In fact, they trying to smash your baby moms when you go to jail. That's how quick. Not all the time. That's why I say make sure your circle, you got good people around you, so you know that's not gonna happen. You know when if something happens, they gonna take care of yours a little bit, right? We know it's hard times. I know that too. You know what I mean? Good looking on the seven thumbs up. I appreciate everybody. What up though? Yeah, like YNW Melly, man. Who knows what? Yo, honestly, who knows what really happened? But if it's that route that he did that, yo, that's diabolical, man. That is crazy. Like those are your mans. I don't care if he's extorting you. I don't care what's happening. Then you better tell somebody. You better post it. What, you was so scary of him with the knuckle game that you like that's what's happening, man. You know? If you really ain't grow up with somebody, man, or don't know their family, I don't know. Sometimes friendship is a wild one. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I met some cool motherfuckers doing the gaming thing, on Xbox or PlayStation back in my Call of Duty Battlefield days. That's a fact, Black. Yo, Hashana, YNW Melly is a rapper, right? He has a nice melodic flow. He got locked up. He always likes to play with guns because in high school, he came around and just shot, didn't hit nobody, but they caught him. But follow, he gets signed. He, like I said, he has a nice melodic flow. I ain't gonna take that away from him. You know what I mean? He's like, right? Like he does like, you know what I mean? But yo, my man came supposedly, man, came from the back, and this is what I mean about people don't understand what's that called? The CSI shit, right? They know how the bullets, the trajectory, how glasses broke, how blood splatters. They've been through so many cases that they know exactly where bullets are coming from and how things happen when bullets do come from that side or from the front or from the back, right? They know. That's the scary thing. Sometimes folk think that they got money and they know everything, man. Nah, man. They on your ass. Once they put that black light and see splatter and see how shit interacted, woo, be careful. You know what I mean? I see why people, yeah, black. Isn't that is weird though, because we used to be, I don't know if it was we were so not scary, because mind you, look, there was people getting slapped the fuck up, cut, shot, like but the shooting, let me tell you, there was a difference. I'm gonna be honest. There was a difference with the shooting. And the shooting usually came when it was like beef, right? Like you had to know the person. It wasn't because you stepped on the Air Force Ones. It wasn't because you might have talked to their girl, but niggas was doing buck fifties in New York. They were cutting a lot of folk. I ain't gonna lie. And folk were getting slapped. That was the main old thing. Main old used to slap mad niggas back in the days. You talk crazy to Mano, slap, and yo, they used to call me Zay Dollar, aka slap, yo, Shay Davis, whatever. But the reason is because, yo, when you slap somebody, it's like an off guard moment. Like, whoa, what happened, right? And if you don't know how to address it, you're gonna eat it and then walk away, right? But you know what I mean? I guess nowadays you can't do walk away because things are being filmed. It's on camera now, right? So somebody got to go. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I just think that people are dying for less now, right? Back in the days, it was like a reason. I felt like, there was beef, there was tension. You disrespected my sister, my mom. Something happened. Like something had to happen. It wasn't just sporadically. Like I don't know if it's the drugs or a combination of the music and drugs, but these kids are really going after each other. And you know what bugs me out? Sometimes they be doing FaceTimes with each other, and it seems like they cool. They used to go to grade school, half of them in Chicago. I'm just going like too many emotional goofies, man. Is a factory, and folk don't understand when we say emotional how much that can contribute to a decision making. Like if when you grow up and you own shit and you know how to move, yo, trust me, a real man does walk away from a fight that he knows he's gonna lose because the way things are going now. That's what I wanna promote more. Yo, walk away, man. Walk away, man. It's okay to walk away because these motherfuckers ain't they lost their sense, man. They will jump you in front of your moms. They will beat you up in front of your girl, man, and then try to grab her on some crazy wild and shit. It's crazy, man. Where's Nene? Yeah, yo, where's Nene D and Christy? Yo, what's going on, Frank? Everybody, Frank, quote of the day, y'all. Old block, get my love, man. Quote of the day, don't listen to every elder's advice. Even fools grow old. So growing old is a process. Growing wise is a choice. That's a fact, man. That's why you gotta understand, yo, a split second could literally dictate a whole situation, man. And that's what I'm more like what's going on because back then at least you could talk it out or reason. Nobody wants to hear nobody, man. Even some of your, even if you like copping a plea, your words might seem like, yo, what you mean? Yo, I remember there was a video of this Italian guy, and he said something like, and the guy thought he said nigga. And he was like, no, that's a diga. Like he was like, yo, it's part of my joint. Like, yo, the dude was like, yo, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, yo. You think I'm playing? And I'm watching this video like, yo, family. First of all, y'all got a language joint happening. And the second thing is he didn't say it. And even if if he explains himself, you're not taking it because you kept saying, nah, that's what you said. Like, nope. I'm like, you see, folk, yo, some folk just got it in their heads. That's it. Like they've been watching you for so long, the jealousy got amped. So it takes like one of the stupidest things to start an explosion with you, man. That's why I really be like, I don't like the human joints is crazy. Like human folk, yo, I don't know what happened. Why we not civilized no more? Why everything is on some diabolical evil shit going on here? We used to literally live in harmony, man. Community joints. The kids play together. Everybody watch each other's back. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Talk to me, folk. What's poppin', man? Yo, Black, I saw Mortal Kombat 2, man. I thought it was kind of dope, man. I listen to Drake. You know how I feel about Drake. I think all three of the projects are dope. If I rank them in order, it's gonna go Iceman, The Honor, and then Habibi. But regardless, I think they were dope projects. And if you don't know, I think those three projects was just the amount of numbers he needed to get out of his contract. Like I think he a free agent right now. Oh, you did, Tyrone? Where the dude was like apologizing, right? Like he's like, yo, in his language, and some was just still on it just to hit him. Like I don't understand that. Why we always want to be violent with each other? What is that proving? And then a lot of times the weight class don't add up. It be some 7 foot nigga like think he hurting a fort like it's like yo man, it is what it is though, right? That's why you really gotta have your antennas up and watch where you move and groove, man. There's no more grooving, by the way. Barbecues, unless it's at somebody's crib in the backyard, them shits is gone. Um, even the movie I felt a little sketchy because movies nowadays, folk don't know how to behave in movie theaters anymore. Can we all testify to that? Have any of y'all been in a movie theater where somebody is talking or their phone is on ringing and they having FaceTime conversations or something? It's weird, man. I still ain't seen no movie that's supposed to be hot this year. I know Black. You know what I mean? If you don't know California, there's nothing to do out here but and we don't drink, so the movie thing is the only, you know. But we did take, you know what I mean? We had our grandson, you know what I'm saying? And we did that, you know what I mean? Drove to San Diego. I be driving a lot. I see kids running around the theater. I'm like, damn, my parents taught me, yo, Segway, yo, cheeseburger, I appreciate you on that one. Yo, what's going on with this? Yo, parents used to have this thing like a leash. just in case they kid was one of them that used to storm. They used to have a thing like a leash that used to like pull them back. Yo, everywhere I go now, yo, these parents let their kids run amok, man. These kids is moving and grooving through aisles, stealing shit, wilding, breaking things. I'm like, yo, if that was yo, my mom's would have not even like I said, sometimes it was words that you knew. Wait till we get to the house. Oh, I yo, what happened, man? I see, yo, San Diego, man, that's creepy. I was just there, man. Same here in Belgium. Oh yeah, bro. Can we get far into the mic, please? Yeah, Sean, do you, man? That's wild, black. People are dying from gun shootings. Yo, Tyrone is wild. And folk don't really understand. We always had guns. But I think it's the fact that a lot of states started doing carry-ons, started doing where you could have it outside around your waist, hanging off your. I seen this one state on guard. I don't know if it's St. Louis or somewhere. These kids got the shit Dracos like this. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, beat it 12. Fuck you. I'm like, and then when something go down, they quick to call 12, right? That's what I don't like. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Julio's killer, how he was crying in court, how he's asking for a second chance, right? You was a tough guy that night, though, right? You see what I mean? These weapons make these kids think they gods until they go to jail and they on a leash and they sucking sausage. You know what I mean? I'd rather have people fight with their fists. Yeah, that's a fact. Yo, you know what I like? They got a lot of channels that do this like backyard beef type things. Like if you got beef, you guys put on gloves and then then they give you a percentage or something. But I like those things, man. Just take it out. And a lot of times it is that type of aggression that once you get out your system, it's over. Half the time you hug it out like we really was beefing. We almost killed each other over nothing. When I bring up the guy that killed somebody over Wingstop fries, that's crazy work. Yeah, street beef's a fire, man. I don't know Willis, but yeah, man. And it's not even a cheeseburger. It's not even like more of a talking. I'm more of a like avoiding shit before it even gets there. Like I could peep energy a mile away, man. Folk that just want any reason, bro. You walk past son, a little T-shirt touch his mustache. What the fuck is going down, son? Like what, little nigga? I didn't mean it. Bum fights used to be crazy, Frank. That's when I knew shit was getting cocky a little bit. Like, oh shit, they got this thing where they pay bums and yo. In fact, that shit was worse than UFC fights. Some of them joints, they were wild and using weapons. I think some of them, yo, bum fights was crazy. That's a fact. Good looking cheeseburger. I got you. I already know, man. I already got you, man. You one of them peoples, man. Honestly, I would be so scared. Guns is a crazy word. It is. That's why I do like those places where they're like they don't play with that gun shit. Like, you know what I mean? Even though sometimes they do sneak in, it is what it is. But the UK or there's places that are just like, please, because that would literally change the landscape of the world, man. You know what I'm more afraid of? Those guys that have militias where they're like 50 deep, they live in acres off the grid, and they dying for some racial shit to go down, man. They dying to line motherfuckers up and just. So it is bugged out, man. I am, not prepared, but watching, right? I watch the temperature of this landscape. I heard if you want to talk war stuff, I heard Iranians are like, yeah, yeah, let's see what deal we could talk about, man. Crazy work, man. I don't like that it has to take death. The death toll and the amount of carnage that we did to that country. They could have just pieced it in the beginning. Everybody want to be like crazy tough guys, man, lately. I don't get that. Remember people used to play they space, right? And we used to call it out, yo, you got a Napoleon complex. Relax, little nigga. I'm a snap you in two, right? Like, damn, Tyrone, I hope he get free. Yo, check out this guy. There's a guy that has a channel that he goes to bail bond places, and he'll go there with 10 bands, and he gets 10 people out that have like $100 bail type joint, and he be bailing people out, and then he takes them out to dinner, and they eat good, and then he tries to tell them, yo, try to, a second chance, right? But I like stuff like that, man. Even though he's getting views and he's getting money from that, but man, it's cool to see folk do things like that, man. But imagine you in jail and you couldn't come up with $100, man. That's the conversation we should have. That's the conversation we should have. So everybody is pump faking with the latest Kia truck or the latest this or doing their nails or hair or buying gold teeth, but you can't bail your son or your man's out for $100. That's spooky. Yeah, I would do the same. Yo, once I get monetized, I would love to do that. But I ain't gonna do what he does. He chills with them. I'm gonna just pay their joint and just go city, man. You know what I mean? But out of the kindness, like, it's bugged out, man. You definitely wanna, help out like that. And that I think that's creative and cool, right? When you have channels that do things like that, right? But I know black. Isn't that lately everybody's mind state is uh like a big move, like one of them moves like away from the normality. Some folk are even going overseas, let me tell you. If you somehow created a way to get remote money, like you could just work wherever, OMG, folks are going overseas paying $500 and living like a king. 20 bands buys you a island. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, you know what I mean? A nice house with, but a lot of places don't, because when you start doing money the way America's doing it, where it's like, 5 bands for a scarf, a Louis scarf, or weird things like this, that means it takes a lot of money to get to that point. And depending on how you make that money in your hour, right? Your hourly wage, which a lot of people, there's only like a 1% that gets nice money. Everybody else is like minimum wage. Some folk make $100 an hour, but I don't think we getting it like that. But other places don't allow the inflation to wow like that, because then it can't compete, because people in other countries are really working for like 400 a month. We over here complaining 400 a week. Niggas do that in a month, man, even less. So I know black. I had to, man. I appreciate that. A lot of folks don't understand that, like the whole, and it's not like I went to like maybe another city. This is a whole change, right? California is a different beast. And I lucked out, man. I made sure that the woman I chose was cut from a cloth that it was relatable, man. A lot of these women out here, I don't, this is why I don't do this. I never, you know what I mean? Because I always have, women in the joint. But yo, the women nowadays, man, they looking for a particular creature, and they're on it like business now. Like there's no love. And men are loving creatures. Like that's what we do. We put in work so we could get loved, right? Like, yo, love my hard work. Love that I put it, I did all this for you, right? You know what I'm saying? But men aren't getting that. So men are like, I might as well be by myself. But let me tell you the secret by being alone. That's um that could get heavy too, right? Like being by yourself you have to adapt to that too. It doesn't sound as easy as it is, right? Alone, humans aren't supposed to be alone. That's why if you leave a baby alone when it's born, it will die. Stillbirth type shit, right? But I think that's why, like, you ever seen? I seen another dope video. This guy goes up to these old folks and he goes, "You know what? You should get arrested for how beautiful you look." And the video ends where they're always hugging each other. She's like, "Who are you? Why would you say that? That's beautiful. Give me a hug." And I think older folk and babies know that connection with the hug. Kids know that the hug. You don't have to say nothing. A hug speaks fucking tremendously. And obviously, older folk came from that time where love was still around. You know what I mean? I be watching Wild. Yo, this is why I don't believe the algorithm thing. Yo, word to mother. As soon as I got here, I started getting car insurance joints, and my algorithm switched and changed. I'm like, all I used to do was like watch rap videos and maybe Joe Rogan, right? I ain't gonna lie, JRE used to be fire back in the days. And Dude Perfect. I don't know why I used to like them back in the days. Dude Perfect, they used to have cool little stunts. But now my algorithm, bro, is all about cheating and this and that. The world's ending. I'm like, holy man. All I did was look up a Drake video. But yeah, that algorithm shit is wild. I tell you that. Yeah, Cali woman. Yo, imagine. Yo, I remember one time, man, my man came to me. He was like, yo, Shorty want me to buy her sneakers already. I was like, yo, y'all didn't even go on a date yet. Like that was like women are shouting these things. Yo, pay my rent and we could go link up at the most expensive restaurant. And like, what? Yo, not in this economy. We doing that. We going to Wendy's, little nigga. Yeah, no jumper used to be cool. I like bald no jumper. Imagine. Dude Perfect was fire. I don't know why. It ain't just the move to a close city that's across the country. One, two. Let's call it what it is. These women looking for simps. Yup. They looking and yo, I seen a video straight like that. Shorty was like, once a man was like, she she the simp is and yo, I don't understand how men think it's a flex to give some chick 5 bands off the street. Yo, I seen a dude buy a girl a Birkin, and at the end of the video was crying that she didn't want to like smash. I'm like, my man, you's corny as hell. And yes, the game is messed up, but I still think there's some women you can meet, talking to them. That's what I always say, you know what I mean? Like the talking, because like the internet, bro, between catfishing and AI and all this shit, you don't even know who you talking to now. Wow. See, Tyrone? There's a lot of craziness going on, man. $5 biggie bag Wendy's was the joint, man. Let me get two of those, sweetheart. We working on this $10 bill right here, baby girl. And I think I got change right here. That's what it is. And it wasn't a flex because we didn't appreciate the girl. It was more of a flex that, like, why are you in it for the meal? We supposed to be somewhere sitting on a bench just talking, figuring each other out. If this is about a meal type thing, I'm not going for it. Think about that, fellas. It shouldn't really be about I know a lot of dates are like flip up the date game. Be like, yo, mom, I'm taking you to a carnival. Yo, I'm taking you to we're gonna walk around and sit like, yo, man, I gotta learn you, man. And once I see a red flag, I'm out of here, man. These creatures nowadays, man. A lot of red flagitos, man. Flag on the play, man. Holding. Y'all penalty, my G. Yeah, yo, cheeseburger, trust me, you gotta just do it sometimes. And I know rejection. See, a lot of times we put too much emphasis on the rejection and almost manifest it, right? But if you think, yo, Shorty gonna say yeah, yo, a lot of times she gonna say yeah, man. You never know what she into, right? A lot of women are, like different shit. I seen it like when I was in my 20s and 30s, when I seen a lot of women and their man was like very feminized. Like, yo, in fact, I thought he was sweet the way, my man pushing the carriage like this in New York. I'm like, yo, that you slept with that creature, nigga? What's going on here? A lot of shorties was just with the security, right? They were just like, this guy got security, he's a simp, and I'ma lock in, right? But yeah, man, a lot of dudes were like, you ain't even know what team they were playing for. Yeah, you gotta ask her out. And if he says no, give her the clothesline. Off the turnbuckle, boom! All you hear is stone cold, the glass crash, and you like this. Boom! You should have gave me your number, shorty. Remember that dude that did that though? That was sad. He asked for shorty number and then she said no. He picked her up and started stomping her head. I was like, wow, niggas is yo on both ends. It's just Localville, right? We should collectively pool our money and just send buy an island and then either send us or send them. Just go, hey, yo, we got an island for y'all. Y'all could everybody instead of you must be this tall to ride it. If you can't read this, you out of here. Remember when they used to have like country polls where it was like this country is beating this country in math or science or like we used to academically try to rival or fight each other countries, right? Not fight, but you know what I mean. Now it's like I don't know what happened. They got to bring back getting left back, man. You got to leave some of these kids back. You know what I mean? You can't pass everybody, man. I got you, cheeseburger. And I feel like that's my, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we about to hit the 10 ball. What up, y'all? And I feel like that's dope, man. Like, being a lot of folk, used to say, Zay, yo, you should be a comedian. You know what I mean? I used to have folk, milk coming out, you know what I mean? Because you're right. I always had this way of doing like sound effects. I wanted like to paint the story so you could really visually see it, right? But I appreciate you, cheeseburger. I, wait, let me see. What Tyrone said. Police. I watch it. I got you. Tyrone. Finding the perfect woman is key if that's what you want in life. True, nobody's perfect, but everybody has somebody. That's a fact. Men can be providers without having to pay for everything. LD, that's 100. Thank you, everybody. Don't worry, I'm reading everybody's joint. It's on the 12 news. I got you, pa. Being a man nowadays is low key whack. You got to pay for everything. Be the protector and can't show any emotions. Damn, can we be human? Yo, Black, it really is a setup. And yo, I happen to be, mind you, I'm 44. A lot of the dudes I know that are a little bit older or like, they all are like that poised old school man, right? And I'm like, I adapted the providing part. I'm very providing with my woman, right? I'm very protective as well. But you know what I mean? There's a lot that comes with it, you know what I mean? Especially if you have kids with a woman and it's a beautiful thing actually, you know what I mean? Seeing, you know, that old school man shit. But I also feel like that's the cutoff. Like those guys they don't get the love. They do get the love, but I don't know. And we're not asking for accolades, ladies. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying it's a lot of work, man. It is, man. Imagine that. Just being a man off the rip, you know, there's a lot that comes with it. And then you're weighing out, you're like, you can't even control shit because a lot of things are uncontrollable, like the economy, like you know what I mean? Bills or life, right? So imagine paying for 2 miles, man. That's kind of, you know what I mean? You better be making them that paper. And then shout out to the men that do it. And then you see those videos where the dude is like, yo, watch, I'm gonna come home early on my lady. And she in bed. It's like, what? Yo, that nigga's doing all that work and he love it, like all the money, all the thing, like, and you still cheat. Like, that's another question, ladies. Like, if there's a like, when do y'all stop? Like, when is it okay for you to just be like, this is the one I love, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just scary sometimes, man. What is we talk about? What up, Prince Luda? How you, man? I got you, Tyrone, but I'm doing my live, man. Exactly. Well, I can't do it anymore. I know, and it's not even like we're bailing out. It's like y- you never paid respect to the dads and the grandfathers that dealt with it, right? And that's okay. It is what it is, right? But now we're in a different, like they at least had a obtainable world where money was low. If all you had to do was work hard and you got the crib, the white, like that's all you had to do. Now you got to work hard in all three of your jobs. You got to fucking, maintain, friendships and, so many other relationships. You got to, holler at your moms. You got to, yo, there's so much going on in today's life that I think it's purposeful, like what they doing, and B, we got to go back to the unity. That's why I suggest, yo, parents, stop kicking your kids out when they 17, 18. Let them stay in the shack, man. Even if you want, let them pay the Wi-Fi, or you know what I mean, contribute somehow. If not, let them stack bread and then get popping, because it's a different world, man. And they made it, uh they it's like they're hiring immigrants, they're hiring women first, and then it leaves a lot of, remember, there's a lot of dudes out here, man. A lot of smart niggas too, man. Yo, what's going on, Tex? How you, man? But it's not like, once again, it's not a bailout. You know what I mean? I'm doing what I got to do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna protect, serve. Once I get paper flowing, I give every penny to her anyway. You know what I mean? But I love my wife to death. I ain't gonna lie, man. I met like the one, man. So yeah, man. I don't know, like I don't know. This is what I mean. This is like a prime example of how they are, man. Like, yo, man, race has nothing to do with nothing on in this channel. And if you ever experience channels that made you feel like that, that sucks, man. Stay with me, man. We don't do that race shit on this side, man. Everybody could chill and hang out over here, man. You know what I mean? Yo, Black, when mom, like, when you think about it, you trying to argue and you angry, you bitter, right? There's a lot of emotion at 17, 16, right? 18, when I whatever. And I'm like, yo, let me stack my bread. But it's like, I was buying sneakers, I was doing things with my paper, but I was still stacking. But I- like, I don't think the boomers or older parents understood how money wasn't the same no more. Like how 500 don't get you a one bedroom. How right? Like, and then you got to get first month security, second month. Like, nigga, you need 10 bands just to move in. Without moving. That's without getting forks, spoons, a couch, a bed. That's without any of that. You need about 10 bands just to get in the crib, man. Yo, Tyrone, I hope you come back. Let me know what you bought at the store. You have a great day, man. Stay blessed. Keep your antennas up and be safe. Have a great day, Tyrone. Yeah. Yo, I decided to go on because I did laundry and stuff. And I told everybody that I was gonna be like, I wanted to start doing it like from like 11-ish, 12, maybe 1, to see the different audience. But I think I'm gonna go back because, like, once I got on this morning, it was mad trolls. You know what I mean? I haven't said anything to you. Yup, that's a fact, cheeseburger. Reality is a woman is the key to making a man prosper. That's a fact. That's why God created woman. He saw man alone and saw that he needs a companion. And you know what? It bugs me out that even in the fundamental, in the basic path of a female is to just be with a dude, love him unconditionally. And check this out, ladies. If you don't think that's the dude, tell him. Y'all play too many sneaky games. That's my thing. And then get mad when the dude is honest. Yeah, I cheated. I'm sorry. Oh, at least right? A woman would carry that to her grave. I seen women, I seen a dude had the nigga had a motherfucking DNA test, 17 years, man, and found out the kids wasn't his. 17 years, shorty was lying. 17 years, man. I can't even lie for 5 minutes. OMG. I know, Black. It's just weird, right? What up, Tyrone? And you know what's funny? If if we allow text or other people, yo, they like Voltron, the haters. Like the trolls like come all at once, man. It's weird, right? But yeah, man. It's just bugged out, man. For real, man. You know, guard yours, whoever you are with, or if at least if you got family around, just try to stick to those, man. Because The way shit is going, man, a lot of folk don't even see it, man. They don't see it. They don't see how crazy they getting set up. They making y'all have a war between each other, women. And you know what's wild? I started seeing ever since the economy is doing whatever. A lot of women are coming back to that, like, yo, I'm a respect and love a man type shit. And it's like, a lot of men are saying it's too late, like, yo, we was there providing from the beginning and y'all was still cheat, whatever. It is what it is, man. Yo, what up, Poker? How you, man? Yeah, man. Once again, I use these glasses. These are the Meta tools, man. Generation tools, man. And yeah, the audio sounds pretty good. I dig it. But that's a great conversational piece, which is like, yo, man, we have to figure out how we could just get back to just regular dating again. We get back to like, women not having rosters and you can still catch your simps. You know what I mean? But also understand you're gonna get older, and by then that's the finish line. A lot of men like women that are younger and they think it's because of the youth thing. It's like, no, it's because of if men want to have a baby with you, you have to make sure, what I'm saying, you're youthful, right? Obviously I think it's like 35. There's a certain point where women, that's it. Like, and sometimes it's a miracle, there was some lady 60 something that gave birth, but those are like, one percenters. I know, that's wild, man. They don't know like black about to get them out of here. But yeah, I definitely changed up the time. I like once again, like I said, I just did my laundry and shit like that. Good looking for the 10 ball, everybody. What up, y'all? What up? Good looking for the 10 ball, man. I appreciate that one, y'all. But yeah, man. My New York Knicks play tonight, man. Game one. We're playing against the Cavaliers. And Wemby, man, overtime 3 times, man. And Wembyana caught that W. I really think it would be a cool documentary if he, they win the chip. But I swear it would be such an underdog movie if the New York Knicks win, man. Because right now, everybody, the whole series, they've been just talking about Wemby, OKC, and little by little, the Knicks are like creeping, right? Like nobody, shh, yeah, we here, we still here. What up, yeah? But I know cheeseburger. Imagine that. Yeah, it was some lady. She was like very into like, she jogged and did, but she was like 60 something and she yeah, got pregnant, man. That's the thing. Like a man's nut, that shit don't, spray that shit on a tree and get it pregnant. But yeah, man. That shit is forever. You saw what's his name? Robert De Niro. My man was like 81 when he got his, his girlfriend prego and shit. Yo, Nene D in the building. Your foot itching already? Ah, from booting these motherfuckers out of here, man. And then they D in the building, everybody. QBZ, what up, ba? Yo, mind you, I have these damn glasses and I'm trying, my niggas. But what's popping, y'all? Nene, what's going on, mama? How you doing? Hope everything good. You know what I mean? We missed you yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I still put in that work, still delivered a good hour and change. But I was feeling, what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest, man. That drive from Cali to, I was still getting my body back. And then we went to San Diego on Saturday. So, but what up, folk? How y'all doing? How y'all living, man? Let's go Knicks, man. That'd be, like I said, that'd be such a great underdog story. And the fact that it's New York will make me, the last time I heard it was 73, man. So, yeah, man. We need that chipito, man. But I found it so funny that the first game of the semifinals, they went triple overtime, and I'm like, oh Lord. And then when you know what I mean, you see so many weird things like, yeah, the NBA ain't getting viewers like they used to, and go figure, they have triple overtime. It's like, get out of here. You better let my Knicks win if you want the fucking NBA to come back. Yeah, Nene in the crib, man. way too hot yesterday. That's a fact, man. The weather's shifting, and Cali's getting. I'm doing my in and outs now, man. But fuck, man. Like I said, so Mortal Kombat shit was fire. Um, took little man to go eat Chili's. He wanted McDonald's, so we walked in there with a Happy Meal. He ate his little joint, and yeah, man, it's always good being with the little ones, man. And now I know why freaking you see those movies where the old man is taking little kids' soul or juice, right? It's like, damn, they got a lot of energy, man. For real, for real. But it's cool, man. It's always dope, you know what I'm saying, doing things that ain't based around you, right? But I'm trying, I'm living, man. I'm succeeding as much as I can, man. 44, they hit me, man. And I'm still, thank God, I'm still energetic, man. I thank the Lord, man, that I still, you know what I mean, could do one of these and and then I remember when I was younger, my uncle was 40 something, nigga was bald and looking crazy work. I was like, what? They had a picture of John Travolta looking like he was 38 and shit. I don't know what they doing. I think it's like a new injection that they hitting them with, maybe stem cells. But him, Jim Carrey, there's been a lot of Demi Moore. There's been a lot of celebrities that been looking real young lately, and that's like Cuco. It's like, holy man, what y'all doing over there? But they had John Travolta was the new one on the list, man. My man was looking real at 72, looking real John Travolta ish. But shout out to Grease, man. Shout out to Saturday Night Fever. Shout out to you know which one I like? I think didn't he do that with Nick Cage? What was that? Face Off or something. Was that John Travolta? Hmm. I don't know, man. Don't smoke, y'all. Smoking is that should be killing me, man. But yeah, man, they raised PlayStation Plus $1, man. If you any gamers out there, I'm like, holy, every corner you turn, they raising some shit. And if you don't know, I think this weekend that just passed was Netflix, they first UFC. So I'm when I saw that, I'm like, oh shit, Netflix really want like a monopoly over everything. Like you don't even need, you know, channels no you just come to Netflix if you want to see fighting, you want to see comedy, you know, you ain't gonna see what you want to see, but they gonna have it, you know what I'm saying? But Nick Diaz fought somebody and got beat up, and then that Nagayayu guy beat somebody up too. I know, Black. Good looking, man. I have to say something, bro. Yeah, Tyrone, I'm listening, man. I'm reading as much as I can, man. Don't spoil it, bro. I watched the live last night from yesterday. Good looking, NAD. I appreciate you always. Great was out tearing up their four wheeling. That's crazy. I just read that the four-wheeling part. I thought when sometimes you read something and I assumed when you said tearing up dirt, it was like gardening or something. And then now I know that you was outside with doing willies on them. That's so fun. Speed and that's another thing I think, obviously they should have more factuals, but I think there's something with speed. I don't know if it's because we were always running from big creatures or something, but there's something about that speed. You know what I mean? Like that shit is like roller coasters, and I don't know. I love shit. I did skydiving. I love like, pushing to the limit type shit, right? But yeah, man. Shout out to NAD, man. We was just saying what up, man. I like WWE. Isn't that weird? Like they changed it from WWF because of the foundation for the animals or something. It's like, damn. As soon as but they didn't mess with them when it wasn't popping. That's the thing I don't like about humans sometimes. As soon as WWF was popping, oh yo, that's our joint. All right, you can hold it now. We're gonna change to WWE, goofy. You got the F. You got F. But that shit is always strange when humanity always does that. Yo, 2K is fire. My profile bugging on mods can't like the live anymore. Yeah, good looking, man. Well, I just smoked a joint. Where's your joint? Oh, I already smoked it this morning, man. I'm a roll, son. Let me see, Frank. Nene, blessing to you and your family. That's a fact. That's a fact. We really was so like, yo, where's Nene D? You know what I mean? Where's Christy? Blame. You know what's funny? I went to Chorus's joint and she was like, "Oh, what up, Zay?" Da, 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 da. And she said, who else is like I guess she shouted everybody out, but she was like, Christy, uh, oh no, she was like, yo, we were somewhere and then they did like stood up for you or something's happened, right? But then because I always say Nene, right? And she was like Nene D. And I was like, oh shit, that's how you say it. But whatever. I thought that was funny, you know what I'm saying? Hey Frank, thank you. I love the smoke too. That's a fact, man. Bro, try Shalawati weed. That's my man's from India. What up, man? I will, I promise, man. I remember you, man. I'm gonna get that pipe popping. I got you. I promise, man. But I hope you're doing good. Welcome from India, man. Shout you out, man. I hope you're doing good though, man. What's up? Smoke that up, man. You know what I mean? And this is another thing. I always tell folk, smoke to smoke. Don't smoke because of a trend or anything. Smoke because, you had a long day and you want to just smoke a L or you need it for appetite or, maybe to put you to sleep. But when you smoke all day, yeah, you ain't gonna get nothing accomplished but smoking. But what up, y'all? I play the game more. I watch the shows anymore. I watch the shows anymore. I know it's 102. What time is it on your side? Right now it's 12:33 a.m., man. What up though, man? I hope you're doing good though, man. I remember you, man, from India. But yeah, man, there's a lot going on, man. Mr. Orange, supposedly they're doing a deal with Iran to, cease and get shit back to, whatever back to is. I do know these prices are 6.49 out here, $7, $8 in freaking Los Angeles, almost nine. So that is creepy. You know what I mean? And this is from a time when, as a little boy, I used to see 99 cents, a dollar something. How come when they were young, shit was so cheap, and now that is our turn to live, I'm like, yo, that is the foulest shit ever, man. And it's almost like the reason why the price is increasing so rapidly is because they held it down for so long when it shouldn't have been, right? Like they were making inflation, like they were battling inflation. They were supposed to let up 10 cents, 20 cents, but nope. They were like, nope, you can't do that, man. We like how 10 bands to get you a Mercedes Benz and shit, right? Now when it's up for us, it's 100 bands. I need 160 bands. No, I need 220 bands for my Cadillac truck that I want. What? Y'all niggas need a, and then wait 2 years, that shit say 80 bands. I'll strangle the shit out of you. What the hell? I remember, you know which car that I wish Ethan was in this room right now that I think folks should look into. It's a Charger, but it's the EV model. Yo, the shit in less than a year or 2 years lost 20 bands. So the shit, I don't know if it was 60 or 40, but now I heard it's like 20 bands for the it's like a EV joint, but it looks dope. I ain't gonna lie. It looks like some fucking Michael Knight shit. But I do suggest everybody start moving towards like the EV. I see how they're playing us with the gas shit a lot now. You know what I mean? And it's not comfortable doing the shit, even though some of these EV cars explode in 2 days. But I'm gonna wait until like almost like the iPhone. We'll wait 5 years when they got a better enough battery. So you know what I mean? But they're trying to raise everything. And did y'all see that story where Mamba, yo, how many times I be talking about the data centers, those stupid ass data centers that they keep opening, and how those two ladies turned down 24 million and said, no, you're not going to open a data center. Long story short, one of these data centers in Delaware was taking 30 million gallons of water. So when the government was sending the residents letters like you can't use your lawn water at this time, or the pressure of your dish thing and your shower was low, like yo, they literally was. They attached themselves into a pipe that they wasn't supposed to be attaching themselves. So they doing greasy shit again. Yo, man, when I saw that, I was like, yo, and of course it's not getting the promotion that it should be doing because I bet a lot of folks would just start burning these fucking data plants. They're destroying a lot of water, drinkable, usable water, and they're destroying the land that it sits on. That's why if you ever see a data center, it's usually look like desert around it because it just destroys the trees and the earth. Yo, it's bugged out, man. Yo, Tyrone. Plug it in, man. Plug it in. I'm high, bro. What up, Tyrone? I see you using my slang, say, Mr. Orange, yo, Black. I always say, man, when you wasn't here one time, I was like, yo, Reservoir Dogs, we gonna do Blacks, Mr. Orange joint. That's a fact, man. Oh, and me and Nene D said, um, what's the joint you say? Put your feet and touch some grass. You be saying touch some grass, my G. Yo, we used that the other day. We were like, yo, these motherfucking kids need to touch some grass, man. They too busy fighting their teachers and acting crazy like little animals. They just need to touch some grass, man. Get the toxins out their body. I love exorcism or something, or just give them love. I think a lot of things will be, if you just gave a kid love, man. A lot of kids that got love usually didn't act like fucking crazy, people. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get rid of older cars now by closing. Yes, auto stores for parts. You ain't lying. I thought people thought that mechanics were quitting. No, they raised the price of their, some of the renting spots, and yeah, they trying to eliminate you being able just to take your car to something 1 2 3. Why you think they made the cars more like Legos now, like so intricate and weird? Yo, a mechanic said he had to take off like maybe a half hour of plastic parts that had no use, but it was just like a separation thing between him getting to the usual whatever, right? And I'm like, oh shit. So they literally, and yo, another mechanic said, yo, after 100,000 miles, they literally built cars that last exactly that now. Like after 100K, the car's gonna literally start breaking apart. I remember, I swear on everything I love, y'all. I remember the most was changing your oil, putting gas in your car. If you got a flat, and that was if you got a flat, you changed it with the car jack. And last but not least was the fan belt. And maybe your sparks plugs, right? You had to replace. But on guard, every time my mans would be like, yo, my fucking fan, man. All he did was change that little fan belt, car was good again. All he did was change the oil, put some gas in the car was running smooth again. Maybe you needed the fluid for your AC unit and your windshield wipers, but other than that, I don't remember people going to the mechanic like they do now for very serious issues, tranny issues, fucked up engine issues. The check light engine is on, and the dude has a fucking iPad, and it has diagnostics all the way down to the fucking, the car's ball sack. It's like, yo, why do you need so many fucking systematically need to like separate so many things? It used to just be boom, 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 engine, transmission, and this thing, and the fan belt, and this, and that's it. Now it's like they colluded and they made it more complex on purpose, but it's cheaper. Like, yo, this mechanic was going in, man. He was like, yo, these cars literally are made where they blow after 100. I was like, yo, this nigga's a mechanic talking this fly shit. Brother, can you say this? Ah, shit, here we go again. Yeah, I got you, my Jeezy. Are you good, bro? Yeah, Tyrone, I'm chilling, man. Touch that grass, baby. Yeah, inhale, exhale, and go outside. Good looking, B. And listen to your elders. Maybe you learn something. Was said 24/7 growing up. That's a fact. That's right, Black. Your body needs the sun. That's, yo, I'm telling you, man. Folk don't get that going outside thing, And I really like the fact that like we created so many things. Like boredom, we never got bored. Like these kids are bored with a phone. Imagine that. They bored with a phone that could find anything in the earth, right? They could download any app. They got so many free games that you know, and they still are bored. Us, we had no phone. We had rocks, marbles, and maybe somebody bought a basketball and they they tried they luck that nobody was gonna steal it, right? But other than that, man, motherfuckers was just yo, we had a brain, man. We thought for ourselves. And I think that's the huge difference because there's a lot of sheeple effect. Like everybody, it seems like people are smart, but they're not. They just following. And if more of them, yo, if I bet one person jumps off a bridge, these motherfuckers will follow, man. These kids will follow off the bridge. Y'all saw that Coachella shit with all the streamers that were getting, they were throwing stuff at Plaque Boy, whatever his name is, Plaque Boy Max, and then Neon got booed. Rakai, they threw fucking, they said they were throwing Plaque Boy Max's album at him and said it was trash. And somebody said there's a difference between streamers, your streamer crowd, and then people that paid money for tickets at a Coachella or this one was Rolling Loud, right? So I believe it. Like I bought tickets to hear my favorite artist, not this dude, right? And a lot of people be pushing these streamers on us, not knowing that, yo, that's just, they got their audience, The only person I'm honestly always say I truly like is I Show Speed. I don't know why. You know what I mean? I think that kid, his journey looked cool. I love the dynamic with him and his dad, and I like the fact that he goes everywhere, and is loved everywhere. But yeah. Imagine being bored with a phone that can access the internet. Oh, what's his name? Yo, B. Yo, B. Yo, dead ass. They super bored, man. That's crazy. Imagine being able to access any video, any funny, you could just look up Martin bloopers, and that's a good 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Nope. They somehow fooled us. They know how to be bored, and then they bored unless it's a particular thing they want. Like, no, I need Roblox money. No, you don't. I need to buy the skin for Fortnite. No, you don't. Yo, you know how, like, if parents added up that stupid little thing, that little profile they have of all the Roblox and all that, yo, they'll be like, oh, we could have bought a crib with this. Be careful with that Roblox. I don't know what it is, but yo, and did y'all see the latest thing that I told somebody before? They want to have an AI religion. I don't know the name of it, but there's an AI religion circulating. These fools are believing it. I don't know. But then again, these motherfuckers thought the planet was flat too, so you never know, man. You never know. Nothing ceases. My dad used to always say, "Nothing ceases to amaze me." My dad always used to say, "Nothing ceases to amaze me." You know what I mean? Like whenever you thought you saw it all, trust me, you haven't seen it all, right? Like somebody out there is gonna fucking trump the last crazy shit, right? Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, nothing ceases to amaze me, man. That people are literally believing in some AI religion shit. Speed is cool. He pushes peace. That's a fact. Black. What up, Black? How you, man? Zay, one of my nephews turned 12. I gave him a fishing pole and fishing kit. I told him, hop on your bike and go get some food. That's a fact. Yo, and Frank, people don't understand how cool or fun fishing is. Like the fact that literally, if you have bait, sometimes you could utilize fake bait and trick the fish, but you could literally catch something that you could cook and eat as long as it passes like a length. If you know what I mean? Like, but yo, man, that's something I feel like a lot of parents were teaching their kids was like taking their son, fishing or going to a sports game or telling you to go come in the kitchen while they were cooking, right? There were so many avenues that allowed us to constantly absorb good stuff though. These folks are absorbing brain rot. You know what I mean? Like just low key, like yo, they creating yo. They use AI to make Fast and the Furious, but a bunch of fat people. They got Vin Diesel with five necks, man. Some of it's funny. I ain't gonna lie, but low key, man, it that center is they Look, there's a lot of information, man. And once again, if they have information a lot on you, they could literally predict your movements, man. They know exactly when you need your orange juice. They're gonna know exactly when you need your eggs. They're gonna know exactly when you need your Kotex or your, you know what I'm saying? Your maxi pads. They're gonna know when you need Pampers, etc., etc. And that I don't like, because then they could change the price accordingly and cash you out, man. And when the fuck did everything become about this fucking paper thing that we hold, or the fake numbers in your account? Like, when did this literally, like, at least back then when they said you was off the grid, you really was. The government bought so much of this damn land that there's no more going off the grid. You're trespassing. You thought you was slick. Yeah, and they got 'em off the grid. Whoop, whoop. Sir, trespassing, 2 years, deuces. Ah, yo, like, whoa. The young generation. Oh, wait. That's what's up, Frank, teaching them young. Speedy is the only. Okay, he was switched up. That's a fact. The young generation would laugh their ass off if they heard about the yeah, over a Boost chirp phone. That's a fact. Yo, they went crazy. Did y'all see people going crazy over the Swatch Audemars nonsense? That shit is made out of 100% platico, papi. That shit is like those McDonald watches we used to get. You're online, and then I see them reselling it. Fine, resell it. I don't want that shit. I could care less, man. You know what I mean? I sold a black one for $50. That looked cute, but these fucking animals will you'll see it on eBay for 5,200. Like, yeah, all right. It worked once with maybe the PlayStation. I think they got hyped on, and maybe the sneaker culture, or maybe Labubus or Pokemon cards. But I don't think it's working anymore. People rather not have the item. I promise you. So now you're just gonna have a bunch of 100 Swatch Audemars in your crib collecting dust, and then when you die, some motherfucker's gonna buy your storage unit and then sell it for $1. So stop it, Five. And como está, Tyrone? Dímelo. Yo estaba diciendo, gente, uh, cuando gente compra eso watch para 50 pesos and compra 100, and then dije, mira, tú quieres esto, cosa, 2,000 pesos, right? Algo así. Eso está 50 pesos, papi. Yo no quiero para que eso, you know what I mean? Tú sabes, primo, yo estaba hablando a mi latino gente, tú sabes. Dímelo, ¿qué está pasando? Yo está fumando, yo quiero dando. Yo, well, yeah, man. The king of Prussia at 2,000 people in line for those watches. That's crazy work, Nene D. Isn't that weird though? Like the amount of like, and this is why I say the government will never lower prices, because you dumb bastards. Every time there's something going on, there's a line for it. The Wolf 5 Jordans. This is coming off of the EBC thing, and motherfuckers saying, nope, crazy ass line for $300 sneakers. Nope, crazy ass line for these watches. Like, we got to start making it make sense. Mind you, we're the champions of collecting mierda. We have rooms that have so much items. Like, and I know some of them are sentimental, and I know some of them, you might put in a nice little bookshelf or a casing. But a lot of times, if you, like I say, when you die, that shit might go in the Garbaggio can, man. Imagine that, right? That's life, man. That's why, like, I always was like, I saw a movie that was like, if you can't leave your crib, grabbing your phone, your wallet, basic things, and get the fuck out of there, then you ain't ready for this, papi. Because you gotta have a detachment to these things, man. It really is just items, man. At the end of the day, they got landfills filled with Nintendo 64s, and yo, and check this out: the things that they don't sell, they just throw in the landfill, man. They don't even sell it to us cheaper. They would just throw it away. I don't like that, man. Very wasteful we are, man. You saw what Burberry and all those high end companies did to make it seem like they had a couple of shirts and they charged the price up more. They burnt a lot of their fabrics, man. They burnt. Yo, that is diabolical, man. You telling me you could have gave that to somebody to wear because it's just a fucking cloth? I don't understand, man. I know 64 was the shit, man. There was nothing. There was nothing like playing that Mario. I always said maybe. And then remember, Zelda was on that too. Zelda and Mario was like, what am I playing? Remember the wrestling? The wrestling low key was fire. Kobe had a game, 2K series. Yo, live. Yo, 64 was lit, man. And the controller was like made you feel like you was an alien, man. But what up, folks? Six more likes for that 20 ball. What up? What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody doing good. Stay blessed, man. Stay blessed, man. I know you said that, and doesn't that isn't that strange? Like that hurts. People don't understand how items depreciate, how items are fucking priced through the roof, y'all. Like on some real shit. When you buy your car and then you go to the book and it says in 2 years it lost 40 bands, that means that car was really worth whatever minus the four. Like it's scary. From jewelry all the way down to chrome heart jeans or whatever. That's another inflated fucking thing when people wake up and be like, oh, it's just jeans with a cross on it. Oops, fucked up. Ain't nothing like a pair of Wranglers or Levi's, baby. Oh, remember that Timex joint? That shit used. And you know what's funny? You would think that watch would be priced crazy. I remember they had a Casio that was like all gold, and yo, they wasn't trying to rob us like that, man. You know, back then. But now everything is like triple, quadruple overpriced. And how do you know, Zay? Go to OfferUp or go to eBay or go to one of those, like a Craigslist type shit, and see how people bought it for a lot, and they will sell it for nickels on a penny, man. They just want money. They just want anything now at that point, right? Remember those idiots that bought the and I'm sorry if one of you guys bought it, but the fucking Apple VR shit for 3,500? 3,500. Yo, my nigga, that's a car. That's somebody's maybe 2, 3 months rent. What are you doing? Why do so many people want to get away like from reality when you have money though? You have money to live comfortably. You could be like, why you want to escape like that? It's us that want to escape. Poor, fucked up, right? I don't know, man. It is what it is. It don't, man. Yo, all my shit, I promise you, a lot of my shit, maybe the glasses and this thing right here, but a lot of my shit is old, 5, 10 years old, man. 20, you know, like people bug out because I was one of those kids that knew how to save things and keep them clean, right? Because I will always get kicked out, so then my clothes always got stuck at my mom's or whatever. So it would or store it. You know what I'm saying? So it never. So a lot of shit just got reserved. Preserved. That's a fact, Nene. You see me, man. We rather and mind you, we saved money by driving because if we took a flight, it would have been, now that Spirit is gone, you know what I'm saying? But and I knew things like this were gonna happen. Cause back in the days, they used to be like $99 to get you to fucking a flight to Miami or something cool, right? Now, yo, they wildin'. Some of these prices are 700, 600, no round trip either. You're like, the fuck? I don't know, man. And it gets scary because some like the people that was in Jamaica, that there was like a huge storm and shit. A lot of folk got like stuck out there, man. Or the people that went to Dubai or whatever. I don't want to say, but people get stuck, in some places, and to have to pay some of these prices, and then it's dependent on if it's a Friday or Monday, the time. Like it's so goofy, nigga. Give me the 3 in the morning flight then, and fuck on a Wednesday. I don't care. Get me out of here. Niggas always do that. Like Vegas, Friday, Saturday, the rooms are 600. Sunday, $80 for the same room. Like what? You are bugging. You better hold this out and take this elbow. Damn, Tyrone, mom's is good though. What up, Stacy? Yo, Nene, you know what's funny? I don't think people understand how other countries don't dig us like that. Like a lot of folk think that Americans could go anywhere and you're gonna get treated like a king. Nope. You're gonna get thrown in jail like a bum, and they're gonna take your passport and everything. You know how many like Americans go just on vacation and don't come back home? Crazy shit happens, man. And a lot of laws ain't the same. The 911 calling and they here in 10 minutes or whatever. It ain't the same. You ever seen them movies where motherfuckers gotta run to the what's that called? They always got these places in different countries, but it's like the American little base, you know what I'm saying? Where you can escape, whatever tyranny in that country. You just go to this little American little box, right? But it's like, yo, man, other countries ain't playing, man. Remember that kid in 96, 5, or whatever, he did the spray painting in some country, and they caned the nigga on national TV, man. And it's like other places ain't playing. You see what happened to one of them streamers? He's in jail now. They don't play in other countries. Take your goofy ass home, man. Yeah, and then isn't that bugged out? Damn. And folk don't understand that. Like America has its rain, its storms, but other countries have wild earthquakes, tsunami type shits, wild weathery. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Stacy? How you, man? I thought you were about to say besides these glasses and this piece of it's fake. Like, damn, you keeping it too real. Nah, nah, nah. Everything real ski, man. Everything real ski on Zayski. But I just like I tell folk go to OfferUp, go to Facebook Marketplace. I don't mind buying the item used as long as it works. I always said that there should be a system like that where when you get tired of an item, you pass it to another person, right? And then obviously get paid like OfferUp, right? But because there's a lot of things like you buy and you don't even really need it, right? Like in your 20s or 30s for some reason that's like as a man you be buying gadgets like I bought the mini disc player, I bought the fucking iPod, I bought iPod was one of the best things I bought, by the way. I bought the iTouch, I bought a lot of porqueria, because I like to see advancements of technology, but I realized um they always get superseded by the next tech, right? So you never really have anything that's solid, not even for a minute no more. But the last thing I feel like is TVs for me. Like I still be getting nice TVs, LGs, Sony's. But other than that, Toyota, keep it pushing. I'm out of here, man. But that is scary, Nene. That shit cleared up the next day like nothing happened. Creepy, cuckoo shit, right? That's what's up, Tyrone. But yeah, man, weather be cuckoo. You be like, holy moly, what just happened? And like you said, the next day you hear the chirping and shit. You're like, what? They cleaning all the debris and shit. You're like, holy, get me home, baby. But yeah, man, a lot of times folks want to, travel, buy you a nice VR helmet and do one of them city, go see the Sphinx in your living room, man. The Taken movie is real. These things really happen. And then when they see American, they automatically think hold you ransom is over. They're gonna get 10 bands or something. Remember they kidnapped them folks in Mexico, the black family and shit, and it was mistaken identity. They thought it gets crazy, man. And they killed one of the guys, like they sprayed up the car, ladies, like it was a crazy scene. I forgot. I don't want to, but I forgot exactly what happened. But it was in Mexico, and it was, I think, mistaken identity or something. And this family that was just trying to get home, they, held them for rant like craziness, and then released them and shit. It was bugged out, man. And you know another thing, when we were driving through Oklahoma, I was like, I wonder if anybody knows what the Oklahoma bombing thing happened, right? Like I wonder, like obviously, you're born at this time, that's it, right? Like unless the school somehow brings it up, it's like there's so much knowledge that just gets lost, and the elders. That's why a lot of cultures do verbal passing downs to pass it, but these kids don't want to listen to shit. Can't even pass down knowledge, man. But what up, man? 1 o'clock. I did my duty, man. Um, NAD, is this everybody? Is this good time, or should I just go back to the 10 a.m.? Is the 10 slot good for everybody? I think I might do that. But I was just trying to figure out a better slot, see if more people come. You know what I mean? I still cook out of a mailbox because I saw a guy put it there and almost got kidnapped. And can't see that's crazy. And folk don't think that that's real. Like, yo, kidnapped for real. Like they don't play other places, man. This shit is not a movie. I'm telling you, there's a certain comfortability and a factor. Yes, certain states don't have like police, but a lot of places in America are at least civilized where they not, it, raping, women. Like, yo, I be hearing wild rumors about, India and certain places how they treat they ladies, man. But that's another discussion. I ain't even gonna go there. You already, man. Everybody have a great day. I did that 100. You guys stay blessed. I appreciate everybody. Nene D, good looking, Black, Frank, Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was in the building, good looking. And we had another good conversation, man. We talk hours, we do what we have to do, and I'm gonna upload some shorts. I got my TikTok going. TikTok is under the same joint, Zay Dollar One. I'm basically pushing videos over there, just trying to get different audiences to come back over here. You know what I'm saying? Because this is where I want people to be. You know what I mean? Where I do my lives. 14 likes, I'll take that. I'm trying in it. You know what I mean? It gets hot. That's why I do the back and forth ish. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody. Stay solid, stay safe. You know what I mean? Keep your antennas up. I don't know. Was it good for you though? Cause like, I need my moderators, and I think 10 a.m. is a good look though. You know what I mean? It kind of weeds out some trolls too, right? And I do get to 30, you know what I mean, sometimes. So I think I'm gonna go back to 10 a.m. Today I just had to do laundry and other shit, but it is getting hot. And I think that's another reason I'm gonna do 10, because I still get that cool air. But yo, Black, everybody, Tyrone, God bless you too. Thank you for rocking with me, Tyrone. You have a great day. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the just the love, man. I appreciate everybody. Hearts up for y'all. Y'all have a great day. Stay blessed. You know what I mean? That's better, I think. I got you. I'll do the 10 a.m. I'll do the 10. But stay blessed. I see y'all tomorrow. Salute, salute. And yeah, man, be safe, y'all. I like your original time slot. I got you, B. Yo, everybody, be safe for real. Cause it is Cuco. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, folk ain't behaving like they usually do. Then they did. Black, everybody have a great one. Salute. Zay Dollar random. We about to hit that 20 ball. But yo, I'm a be back more, hype, vibrant, take that shower and be ready for tomorrow. But I appreciate everybody, and we're gonna have a great discussion mañana. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day, man. Stay blessed and stay safe. $8, random. We outside, we inside, we everywhere. What the fuck going on, y'all? What up, man? Have a great one. Salute. Peace.